you would give me a copy. Maybe the new cookie. Oh yeah, you didn't remind me.
No!
Ding-Dong Dell is doomed. I have doomed it. For my king's bond to have been plucked from me so easily. I was not fit to rule. I was not strong enough.
The others are ruling still?
He probably hasn't heard about the king's bond thing.
Oh.
Take my life, Tildrum. It is your right. You must avenge your father. No, messenger. There will be no more needless death. And this kingdom is not doomed. It will rise again, and it will do so because its people will work together to rebuild it, cat and mouse, hand in hand. My father trusted you. You cannot fail him now.
It says... He believed in me. And I... What have I done?
Mausinger, my dearest friend.
Your Majesty,
Be still, Mausinger. I forgive you. Our two kinds have borne each other ill will since time immemorial. The rift between us could not be healed so easily. It was a distance that could only ever be closed one step at a time. But close it shall. One day, we will stand together, hand in hand at last, all thoughts of oppression consigned to history. And you, Mausinger, you will bring this about.
But Your Majesty, why would you... Why would you trust in one who had failed you so utterly? And whose hand you...
I always trusted you, old friend. And I always will. You see far, further than I ever could. You are a maker of plans, a doer of deeds, a true ruler. Yet there remains in you a lingering shadow of doubt. Doubt in others, born of doubt in yourself. A king must learn to trust his own judgment.
A king? You mean that... You still think me worthy?
Who better to rule over the realm I love than one who loves it just as fiercely?
If it please you. Your Majesty.
It does. And now, I must be on my way. When next we meet, I would have you tell me the tale of a kingdom made great by its wise and benevolent ruler.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Farewell, Mausinger. I leave Ding-Dong Dell in your hands. Do not fail me. Become a true king. Watch over the land we both love so well.
I will not fail you, old friend.
King Mausinger, I humbly propose that a pact be made between our realms. Will you sign the Declaration of Interdependence?
It is what your father would have wanted. For our two kingdoms to stand as one. And so it shall be.
Thank you, Your Majesty. Let us work together to make a better, more peaceful world.
You have come far, son of Leonard. I will gladly stand beside you. And I will make Ding-Dong Dell a kingdom where all races can stand beside one another. The enmity of generations will divide us no longer. I salute you, Evan, Lord of Evermore.
As for the Mark of Kings, I will entrust it to your keeping until such time as the matter of the Horned One has been resolved. You may have need of it yet.
Thank you.
I hope that I will be able to return it to you very soon. Very good. Now I'm ready when you are. Let us swear our pact.
Let our nations be joined for the sake of the world.
Well, the final nation has been
Of war ne'er again be
put on the
unfurled.
pact.
United we stand as one single land. And sure enough, Ding-Dong Dell began to change from that day forth. No longer did catkind cower beneath the ground in fear of tyranny. Instead, the Grimalkins stepped out into the sun and saw their brother mice as if for the first time.
Looks like that mouse and cat are.
And the hatred that had divided them for so long melted away
Maybe they were
like so
already,
much snow.
They were hiding.
Well, perhaps not entirely. But these things take time.
The declaration's finished, Evan. You did it.
And we made peace with Mausinger too, which is something. But his king's bond was stolen, and Doloran really does mean to resurrect the Horned One.
So what if he does? You'll be ready to face him. You'll overcome this trial, just like all the others. After all, if you can as good as unite the whole world, you can do anything.
You're right.
But it's not over yet, and this last part isn't going to be easy.
Peace breaks out.
I want to go in there even though I can't. Daisy, you can't go in there. Daisy. Daisy.
The time has come.
Colorful pillars.
All four king's bonds belong to me.
Daisy.
At last, I shall have my heart's desire.
So he doesn't care at all about the main character's King's Bond.
Probably because he's a baby, practically.
Something's not right. What the flip's wrong with you? Come on, pull yourself together.
Chapter 9. To be a king.
I don't know. That's really weird.
What?
What the heck is going on? I'm okay. Anyway, never mind me. Did you see that sky? Batu and the others went out on patrol over that way, didn't they?
Gosh.
Yes, they did.
I would wonder why he was going back.
Maybe whatever is happening was trying to send him back to Earth. Hmm.
The horn one's trying to possess him. That's the same thing that I just said.
Yeah.
Oh. Sorry. All I heard was horn. Blah blah blah. Look at it.
It's torn the very sea asunder.
Wow, that thing's ugly. Is that supposed to be the horned one?
Is that a kingmaker? If it is, it's the biggest I've ever seen.
Oh, I thought he was going to say that. The horned one has returned to us at last. Now the people of this pathetic world shall give their souls to bring my beloved Alessandra back to me. More citizens for my kingdom, more power for my king's bond. And with every soul I still, the more glorious my realm will become.
Ahoy there!
Here we are, your majesty. Back in one piece, near enough.
Forgive me.
I'm afraid we have some rather troubling news to impart. We sure do, but I think you've probably guessed what it is. So the Horned One really has returned. Indeed, we encountered the creature in the skies above the Blackened Isle. I recorded it on a memolith. You need to see this. It appeared along with a large land mass, which we can only assume to be the continent that was lost when the Horned One was sealed away. It's enormous. Look, it's Longfang. Not just Longfang, lad. The whole blessed lot there. Brandskimmer, Bastion, and Oakenheart too. 'Tis a veritable Kingsmaker's conference. But there is something different in their bearing. These are not true Kingmakers. There are facsimils created through the power of the stolen King's Bonds, I would assume. Or whatever they are, they created some kind of barrier to protect the Horned One. Indeed, and the moment of the barrier was raised, the fiend began absorbing a succession of spheres of pure light.
What the?
Spheres of... what could they be? If you will give me just a moment, Roland. Scant moments after absorbing the first of these spheres, the Horned One began to expel a great cloud of black creatures. Yeah, and they went flying off in every direction. Luckily, not too many of them headed this way. They look horrible.
No.
As to the nature of these spheres of light, it is my belief that they were souls, distillations, and the very essence of life. The Horned One is absorbing the souls of the people of the world and transforming them, enslaving them.
Oh my!
That's awful. You remember what Dolaron did to Vermine when the life was leached from him, when he became little more than a walking corpse. This is what happens when a person's soul is stolen. And you're saying that's happening to people all over the world, even as we speak. They're being turned into the living dead. How could we turn them back?
Well,
I cannot say for certain, but there must surely be a way. And how come there's none around these parts, as of had their souls taken hostage, I ask ye? I think we may have Lofty to thank for that.
no, man.
I ain't done nothing, man. Nothing, I swear. You didn't have to. What's the one thing our nation has that the others don't anymore? That's right, a Kingmaker. The bond between you and Evan is still strong. That means we're protected.
Yeah!
Not bad, Mr. Kingmaker, not bad.
In it though.
Reckon I had a little inkling it might be something like that. Stands to reason, done it. Me being all important in it, and that. But why has he done all this? Why would he be so desperate to bring back the Horned One in the first place? I believe I can help you there. Oh. Your Majesty. You must forgive the intrusion, Evan. Circumstances being what they are. Not at all. You're very welcome.
Now,
on the subject of who Dalaran is, and what exactly he might want, I believe I have some information that may clarify things a little further. 2,000 years ago, he was the ruler of the nation known as Allegoria, and he made a pact with the Horned One. Though his was a small and insignificant kingdom, by enlisting the aid of such a kingmaker, he thought that to make Allegoria great, to bend this singular evil to his will. That tallies with what Niall told us back when we first learned about Dalaran. But things did not go according to plan. Instead of a terrible tragedy befell the realm. Far from growing great, it disappeared from the world entirely. It is believed that he was unable to contain the fiend's all-consuming corruption, and that the entire continent Allegoria stood upon was spirited away to a place between worlds. Whatever happened, Dalaran would appear to be determined to revive this vanished land.
What?
But why? Why would he want to bring it back after all these years? I don't know, but I think I understand why he needed all those king spawns now. Without them, he couldn't hope to control something so powerful. Well, whether we've an inkling as to why or not, I'd say the Swab's wish is more to a little close to coming true. 'Twas a kingdom-sized chunk o' land appeared alongside that great creature, that's for certain. But if Dalaran's got what he wanted, why would he be stealing everyone's soul? He needs followers, subjects. The more powerful he grows, the more powerful his kingmaker grows in turn. And one whose ambitions stretch as far as enlisting the aid of such an utterly evil being will surely not be satisfied with merely recovering his lost realm. No, now that he has the means at his command, it would seem he intends to bring all the peoples of the world under his dark dominion, I mean. So he wants to take over the whole world. Well, we can't let him. We won't.
Yeah.
And how exactly are we supposed to stop him? You saw the size of that mountain of spikes he calls his kingmaker, didn't you? There's one possibility. Mornstar, the sword said to have sealed away the Horned One's evil all those centuries ago. Mornstar? Alas, its whereabouts are no longer known. But there is yet time. The great evil gathers its forces still. If the sword can be found before it reaches its full strength, we may yet stand a chance. But how do we find it if nobody knows where it is? How indeed, any tale 2 millennia in the making will almost certainly be more fantasy than fact by now, and surely no records from the time remain. 2,000 years. I think we might know just where to find records from that far back, don't you, Evan? Of course, the library in Goldpaw. You're right, if anything from back then did survive, you can bet Bodley will know about it. Then it seems we have a plan of action. We will inform the rulers of the other realms of all that has come to pass. We rally them to the cause and make ready to take the Horned One by force. You will seek out further clues as to Mornstar's whereabouts. Alright. Farewell until we meet again.
Let's see now.
Okay, this seems like a good spot to save and get off and grind off camera. See you next time.